Hi, this is Cynthia here at Ornamentia, and today I'm going to show you how to make a really sweet little love word necklace with wire. I'll be using square wire. This is a 22 gauge gold-plated square wire, but this can also be done with a round wire, as you can see right here. The square wire gives you a little bit of definition and it makes your letters sit right next to each other, which I really enjoy. You can write any word with wire. You don't just have to write love. The way to start and figure out how you're going to write the word is to take a piece of scrap paper and just use your very best penmanship to write the word. Start with your letter and think about how you would make it, not if you were just writing it, but if you're actually having to curve wire. So for instance, on the O, we're going to plan to do that. Did you see how I looped around? I'm also going to come down for the V and up for the E. Now, because this piece is on a necklace, we need to bring both of our tails up and use them to make loops. You could also make a ring this way. Just bring your tails straight across and turn them into the ring band. So I'm going to set this aside. You won't be able to see it, but I will, and I will use it while I am making my letters. Now, the tool that you're mainly going to use for this process is just a simple round nose plier. It doesn't require anything fancy. So what I'm going to do is start by turning up my first tail. That's going to be the tail at the beginning where it says love. It says L. And then I'm going to bring up my end of my L. And I'm running this L that way. If you don't like the shape of your letter, you can always work on it to form it a little bit differently. Again, the square wire does sit really flat against itself, which I really like a lot. I think it provides a really nice look to the piece. So now I have to do this tricky bit to make my O. And I hope you can fully see this. Oh, how much wire did I cut? I cut about 6 inches of wire to start this. So there's my O. I don't have very much space here, so I'm going to go ahead and... There's a possibility I'm not going to have enough wire. I might have made too long of a tail. In which case I'll just shorten this side so that they match. Getting there. It always looks a little bit messy right at first. It doesn't look exactly like what it's going to look like when it's finished because it does require a teeny bit of finessing when it's all done. And that last bit around for my E. Oh, look, that's the worst E ever, isn't it? See if I can't fix that a little bit better. So, I don't know if you can hear very well, but I got a little George Michael playing in the background. Some love songs for writing the word love. This is going to be our free First Friday project on Friday, February the 2nd. If you want to join us for that, you can. It's between 6 and 8 p.m. here at our store in Raleigh. We have a free project every first Friday. If you can't join us, you can make one yourself at home. So, okay, so I've got love more or less made. Now what I want to do is some finessing. For instance, here on the tail where I've had to fix that, I'm going to bring in some flat nose pliers and just flatten out the mark. Look at that. Beautiful. Flatten that out. Make my love match a little bit more. And then I'll need to trim. You can see this tail is a little shorter than this tail, so I'm going to want to trim those to match. And then I'm going to create my loops. I always trim first and then make my loops because, in my opinion, if you trim and loop one side, you'll never get the other side to match exactly. This one actually I need to trim it a tiny bit more. This way I can, and you notice how I'm eyeballing a lot of this. I do have a ruler right here, but I'm not using it. That's just me personally. A lot in the world is accomplished with the use of rulers, but unfortunately not a lot in my life. So, okay, so just making my little loops at the end on the tail, and I'll use those to hang the necklace. Now let me show you how we hang this. I used just a little bit of waxed linen. You could certainly hang this from chain, but I really love adding a little bit of color to it. I also think it's kind of a nice casual sort of friendship bracelet kind of thing this way. And I used crimps. Now you can use either a size 4 or a size 3 tube crimp for this. The size 3 fits perfectly, and it's exactly what I used here. If you have size 4s at home, I'd use size 4s. So here's my piece of linen, and what I'm going to do is take it and thread it through my size 3 crimp. I'm going to just go very carefully through that loop, and then right back through. It's just through the end. There's not any kind of push out there or anything, because you don't really need it. You really want to have kind of more of a clean finish. And I'm just going to crimp that tube crimp by flattening it. It gives you a nice little, almost a little square sequin look. I do notice that I need to close that loop a little bit more, and I'll definitely do that. I'll go ahead and when I finish this necklace, and I'll finish the other side as well. But once you're all done, you can have a really sweet little love necklace, which you can wear on Valentine's Day and all around the year. So again, if you can join us for our free First Friday project, it's Friday, February the 2nd between 6 and 8 p.m. We'd love to have you join us. And if you can't, try making some love necklaces at home for friends and family. They make great gifts for just because. Hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.